XP lane against a Phoveus unless they ask for a switch. Welcome to game number 1, Team Liquid versus Selangor Red Giants.
I just gotta say, this is bothering me so much because the Sora can like cancel out the Blazing Duet freely whenever he just has to go for the tank mode. So this is not gonna be that much of a great time for Oheb.
I don't know, because I feel like Oheb, his biggest problem is going to be running away from Innocent when Innocent starts to get ahead. For now, the early stages of the game are going to be highly... Okay, whoa.
Oh!
No, that didn't seem right. Something about that did not seem right.
Okay. That was an early kill on Yumes, and we were just joking about that happening less than a minute. I never expected it to happen in this matchup.
Yeah, but again, that's first blood for Team Liquid, and that's exactly what they want, considering that SRG has an opposition that can move fast and snowball fast.
Yeah. Going up against that Sora, interested to see how Oheb's going to handle the laning against that, but more specifically Sanford, how is he going to handle that focus and lane as a Valentina?
Ooh, good usage of the Lethal Wanderer to actually get the splash damage onto Sanji. Let's quickly look at the emblems here, right? Of course, pretty standard all across the board. The only difference being just a cooldown reduction from Sanford's side rather than going for traditional movement speed or extra damage. But look at Innocent. He's going for temporal rain. That's kind of crazy considering that Innocent, he wants to be able to chain his abilities together, but if he misses one, it's over.
Yeah, and I feel like the Sora on its own already has a relatively low cooldown for the ultimate, so this makes it so much more worthwhile whenever he is on the ultimate. Sanford though, oh, Dark Wave connects, but he still has the flicker and will be able to stay alive.
Yeah. You saw Sanford was sticking close to the Lancelot. He was trying to read where the Thorn Rose would be landing. Another Thorn Rose, Sakai's keeping Sanford at bay really well. JP now forced to help and hold.
Pretty good so far, but I'm expecting to see Innocent to get involved. Oh my god!
The double dash will not be enough. That's gonna be first blood for SRG. Now they're gonna continue to fight, but Carl still somehow finds Crab. Sakai's, will they actually take him on here? He has Yumes and Stormy by his side, and they will not anymore. Carl Teasy gets a kill, but will they still actually contest?
Bit of a whiff there coming in from Yumes, taking the TP from Stormy. But if he just landed, oh no.
Okay.
Fist crack.
Oh! There's the fist crack. JP trying to hold everything down! But Sakai's takes him alongside the objective. SRG, they seem to be in a really good tempo so far.
I don't know. I think it's like desperation requires a trade. If not, they're going to start falling behind and instantly canceling out the... Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa!
Forcing out the wings by wings. That was a close call for Sanji.
Yeah, the damage is nuts. Definitely that Sora's impact is going to be felt more compared to that Claude that will need some time. Innocent just needs some space, and him being able to clear the minion waves faster when the rivers are up means that Sora is going to be an early game problem for Liquid. Now as it goes on, you realize just how difficult it is for Sanji to deal with the Phoveus, and hence why the move by SRG to suddenly put that Sora in the gold lane by last picking Phoveus to face up with that Valentina means that the Apex Predator, one of the key figures for the lineup of Liquid, is shut down.
Yeah, Sanford is going to start falling really far behind here because Cramsey's got an amazing freeze. They're calling Daddy JP to try and break him out of that freeze, but Yumes is not letting him make it easy, right? Despite dying twice, you would imagine that JP would have more control over this map, but Yumes going toe-to-toe.
Movement is so limited for the EXP laner here of Team Liquid. You would expect that they could work hand-in-hand together with the Hilda and the Farsa, but it seems like nothing is going in their favor. JP gets caught there, but Sanji's able to reposition, forcing out the flicker from Stormy, and that's one battle spell down. Oh, wait, here up top. Two Phovuses!
Oh, wait.
Fighting against each other, another Dark Wave connects, but Sanford somehow gets to put himself back under the turret. Carl Teasy joining in the fight. Will he get to use the Yogi Shadow Kill? No, it's a no! JP and Carl are bursted down by SRG!
Great reaction time coming in from Yumes. If he was a second late, Carl Teasy gets to live there. And so far, Sanford, he has just been eating so much damage, but because of the sacrifice of his team, he manages to even out the gold against Cram, even though those resources are technically trickling down into Sakai's.
Fist crack on point. Now SRG gets priority with the turtle. Yumes and Stormy now holding the brush. Here comes Yumes.
Oh, they're going for JP. There's the Thorn Rose. Carl Teasy looking for a target, but the flicker cancels it out. Sakai's too uses the puncture, and now there's no way Liquid might actually still try to go for this. Carl Teasy has already let go of his objective.
Very bold of Skies to actually use the puncture instead of the Phantom Execution, but he wants to make sure that he gets it no matter what and still has tools to get back out. This neutral objective, it's kind of whatever, but now Sanford realizes, spots out the Yin Yang TV into the back. Wait.
Oh, nice good spot there. JP still trying to do what he's expected to as the Hilda, but Innocent has a decent amount of damage already being put out. Carl teasing going in, but the shadow does not connect. Oh my goodness.
What? So JP was waiting to use a stun, was able to use it, but didn't land it. Sanford now here, purple buff, still will go to Sakai's.
He uses the Phantom Execution. What? Crack.
Instant purify. Dude, if you blink, you might just miss. These battle spells are coming out like it's common grass. When you walk outside, it's so easy to see green. But now that Slanger Red Giants have slowly itched that gold lead back, we need to see some major advantages.
It has been so terrifying on this Bajang. He doesn't even need to commit the full combo of the Fist Break, Fist Crack. Just using the Fist Crack on its own already puts so much pressure on Team Liquid and forces them to break formation. This seems to be a very different version and tempo of the Liquid we know.
Absolutely. I mean, it's clear that Slanger Red Giants have put the time and effort to come up with a game plan. The question is, how many attempts does Liquid have before it's too late?
So this is a really solid game plan too. As long as the lead doesn't balloon up to like a 4,000 to 6,000 gold lead, Liquid can keep things manageable. But if it falls that far, that means their gold laner is falling behind and they need Oheb close to the farm as much as possible. That is their main condition now at this point. Sanji has been deathless as well. JP and Kratis have fallen because of things that have happened to them by the Roman mid laner. Now JP might fall again.
Oh, has a flicker though, but Innocent is here. Doesn't get to finish off the kill just yet, but these are 5 members of SRG using the diversion. Where are they going? They're looking for Carl, but the fight is gonna break out in the mid lane as well. Yooms catching JP. There goes Cram as well on the Phobius. Darkwave onto 3 members. Sanford forced to flicker out. Oheb using the blazing duet. Can he go for the outplay? The Yogi Shadow kill committed by Carl as well, but Sakai's, he gets to save himself in the 3rd round, and it's JP that's going down.
Dear God, it's down to the wire. Cram nearly dying underneath turret, and even Oheb really playing with death. For the first time, we see both teams showing massive respects.
Sanford goes for the setup, gets cancelled by Cram and Yooms though, and so he has no other choice but to escape. Cram still trying to go for him though. There's the dashes used by Valentina to terrify as well, and it's an objective once more over to SRG.
All the micro crowd control that SRG has is disrupting Team Liquid's flow. Another fight.
Oh, Innocent gets taken down by Carl, though he wants to look for more. Stormy and Yooms, JP's here as well, but they spot Sakai's and no longer pursue. And all the while this is happening, Oheb seems to be looking for something else.
Oh, Yooms already shows himself. Sanji and Oheb steals away, and they're in a weird spot.
What? Wait,
JP's here. Oheb!
Sanji might have just caught the attention of SRG. Oheb lives and gets a kill. Sanji is the sacrifice just so that Oheb can live and get a kill.
And in a snap, the Stampede has trampled not bodies, but towers across the map.
Really good punish coming in from Team Liquid to try and even up this score. Sanford, he's going to try and get out, but Sakai's ain't going to make it easy as they walk away. But let me tell you how Team Liquid figured this out. Knowing the possible locations that this Loyi could send them, seeing Stormy do it out in the open, they figured out straight away that he wasn't going to the top side, but the bottom side. And immediately we see the instant punish of 2 structures just because of a blind call.
What a sequence by these two. SRG showing how much better they've gotten at the team fighting. Those little decisions, the details. They've always been good at that, but I thought that was peak. I thought they couldn't get any better, but they got even better. Better than great, if you could say. Well, Team Liquid, what a call to decide to play the map instead, while also still getting bodies along the way.
Yeah, it's a less than 500 or around 500 gold lead that's just existing right now. Sanji gets to escape Sakai's, uses the retribution, but the Yogi Shadow kill is all to himself. Still not enough though. Better dare strike. Innocent to find Sanji, and now Carl is all alone on the other side of the map. Still has a quad shadow. Oh heaven, JP trying to work on the members chasing after him, and Innocent is the trade!
Sanford and JP are here to help out Carl, but SRG have read the situations that they can't go for Carl, and just like that, Liquid have priority for Lord number 1!
Level 13 to level 13, Sanford. He's gonna go for the zone.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Oh, there goes a Stormbind! Guys tries to contest, but it won't be enough! Now it's Yums and Crab running for their lives. JP, Sanford, and Oheb trying to take them down. The basic attacks, they're going, but then Crab is just too tanky.
No.
He might just find an outplay here.
Innocent?
Team Liquid might have to run away, but do they? Sanji, he has arrived. Does he have the better airstrike? He does! And they're gonna full commit under the turret! Team Liquid want more! It's a double for Oheb! And now they're gonna get one more kill!
Endless fighting, endless war. Innocent takes one back!
Innocent turning things around!
He did it in Malaysia! He does it here again! A savage! For half man, half beast!
Tell me this game ain't the goddamn best show to watch here today! What a time to be alive! Oh my lord! Team Liquid, despite everything, despite the Savage, the gold lead has swung back and forth 3 times. The metronome doesn't stop here.
Delivering as expected. There's a reason why we hyped up this match. And you see it unfolding before your eyes. Still anybody's game. It looked like it was Liquid's until SRG showed their innocence.
Unbelievable. Innocent. That was such the perfect opportunity to use his assassin mode. Every single member of Team Liquid has already been damaged and have been significantly low in terms of HP. That's an easy cleanup that they have to be really careful of.
I think worse yet. Now I think they really have to start thinking about MR items, right? Sanji has salvaged so many situations with this raw damage, allowing Carl TZ, whether it's him or Sanji, they do good work. Now Oheb has to be extremely careful. Despite having the Trinity build, it doesn't mean that he's safe straight away. If he wants to fall into another type of scenario where he's just eating damage from Innocent, a Winds of Nature is necessary to survive.
So amidst everything, that was one of those results that was definitely avoidable, and Liquid are now going to be looking to avoid giving Innocent that chance again. 6-2-1 is his standing as a Sora.
I wonder how much gold ahead this guy is. Because Oheb has been really great in looking for other avenues to at least catch up or farm up himself.
Yeah.
But with that Savage, I'm pretty sure it just jumped up there in terms of the gold leads.
Look, if Yums can die twice and still commit to the same habits, if Innocent can find that Savage, I'm pretty sure Team Liquid is going to try again. I feel like they may have tunnel vision towards the latter half of the fight, but to be fair, that fight was like 3 minutes long.
Lord now up. JP's here, the position for Liquid. Oheb's going to be pushing the minion waves down bot, putting the pressure there. SRG continues to clear. They hold the middle bush. Sanford and Sanji far off just a little bit. Oheb the one starting off the Lord.
Oh, okay, the damage lands, but at least he has the DHS.
They're forcing something.
Back his HP. They don't know where Stormy is or if they're even planning to go for a diversion.
Yeah, at the same time, SRG doesn't know where Carl is, or at least may have a bit of an idea.
There's just no vision right now, and they know that bottom side is going to be a net negative. They have to fight. They have to force.
Oh, there goes the feathered airstrike. JP2 looking for the target. Sekai's trying to look for whoever he can take.
Oh!
But despite the fist crack, Carl still secures the objective. And look at that Stormbind committed by Sanford. Now 1-by-1.
Innocent!
SRG, they're falling down, but Innocent, he's still making things happen. Sekai's versus Sanford. Will he get to run away? And he will. Sanji and JP, they will be there to help him, and they're trying to go for the kill. Sekai's, will he?
Oh
not
my God!
He actually does!
But JP stands tall! Innocent getting chased by the one they call Daddy! And bang! A shutdown onto Innocent!
One hell of a game! Look at this arena right now, a full wipeout! Close down to the wire. The lead has never broken 3K yet. Both sides refuse to back down here in a best of 3 of all things. It's not even a grand finals, it's just the best of 3.
Yeah, those are crazy mechanics we've seen back and forth from Sanji, from Sekai's, the predictions on where the punctures are gonna end up. And Sekai's just dodging everything. Now it's Liquid trying to go for the siege with 3 synced up minion waves.
I feel something in the air. I feel like SRG definitely still has multiple moments of brilliance under their belt. Yeah, I thought we would see it. It looked very close that Innocent would be able to pull something off alongside Sakai's.
Yeah.
So if that's the margin we're working on, then Liquid has to be careful lest they be trampled under the foot of the Giants yet again.
This is such a crazy series, such a crazy series. And now even Cram is thinking like, these fights are taking too long. I'm building into a War Axe, man.
Yeah, I think that's looking like a rose gold too for Innocent to finish off this item build. Sustain might be a bit of a problem if the burst won't be enough from Liquid. And it's not like Innocent shows himself immediately. He's the last guy to go in the fight. And he's the guy you do not want to see with full HP bars as the fight has taken so long.
Whoa.
Okay. Sanford?
I can't believe Sanford really showed himself just to get the ultimate away. But now he had to use it just to get out.
Yeah, that's the big problem with Landslide. You think you can quote-unquote run, but the main goal is done. You've gotten the ult away. You've got 30 seconds until the next Lord actually spawns. In terms
Diversion.
Oheb saw it, thank goodness.
it's
And
just
only
Innocent.
Innocent took it,
Innocent's all
no!
alone! Now they're gonna chase after him!
have to
He
back off.
already uses the Heaven's
Fumes.
Wrath, but look at SRG running after every single member they can see! Oheb trying to go for it, Sanford Sakai's will fall! Ogi Shadow Kill committed onto Yumes, and now that's the jungler of SRG gone!
It's gonna be a no contest here for this upcoming Lord. Unfortunate for SRG. They thought they had the angle. Oheb spots it just in the nick of time, and an instant response from Liquid.
Liquid will now have advantage for this Lord. Started off by Baby Cake.
Oh.
Innocent.
Okay.
Use the ult, and now SRG will not be able to contest.
I mean, it's fine. His ult is super short at level 15. He's already got the Oracle, the Brute Force Breastplate on top of having the War Axe. His cooldown is roughly about 13 seconds every single time he uses his ult. It should be coming back up in just a little bit, but now we need to see how this push occurs, right? Sanji, really good with the Feathered Airstrike to siege their opponent out. The question is, who can stop him without using a flicker?
That Stormbind earlier was really, really close from Innocent. But looking at the wave clear that you could expect from them, even when just Innocent uses his assassin mode, that's gonna be a lot already to deal with this potential siege that's gonna come in from Team Liquid. And even more so, the amount of dives and even the unexpected potential diversion to just bring whoever they want to onto the back lines is still going to remain a threat for Team Liquid here, and I'm mainly talking about Yumes. He cannot be sent to the back lines, and he cannot find multiple members if Team Liquid wants to end it.
He just has to peel from the front. Oh, okay. Oki Shadow Kill already out.
Ooh.
That's a pretty big ultimate here now that the Lord hasn't even gotten to the inhibitors yet.
They're just going to want to use it for the push. Liquid will have to wait for the next minion waves.
Oh, Sanford versus Innocent here, down bottom. Oh, there's the Feathered Airstrike. Deals so much damage already to the other members of SRG as they take down their first base turret. Oheb dealing so much damage as well! Sakai's! He will fall to the hands of Liquid, and the Lord's already inside the base. JP trying to zone out multiple members. Darkwave already committed, but Sanji, look at the damage of Carl TZ as well. Yumes catches too,
Innocent?
but with the counter plays from Liquid, it's over for game number 1.